Hey everybody, Val O'Brien here. I'm in my little backyard here in Collingwood, Ontario, and I just wanted to come on live and have a little chat with you this afternoon. It's a glorious first day of summer. I hope everyone has had a great day. And let me know what you've been up to today. Have you got out and done some fitness already? Got in something for Fitness Friday? Listen, let me know where you're coming in from. I'd love to hear how far we're reaching with our lives. And I'm going to bring on a friend here today. Her name is Jennifer Morris. She is one of the leaders in our Prove It community. She is also an athlete, a nutritionist. She's the owner of. She is a really interesting person to hear from. Oh, did I bring you in here, Jennifer? Okay, here we go. I think we're bringing you back on. I almost canceled this live by mistake. So anyway, guys, what I want to talk about to you today is the quality of Prove It ketones. And
Hey,
there you are. Hi.
sorry, I had my phone rotated the wrong way. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah, no problem.
There we go.
Jen, I'm outside and I really hope
Oh,
everybody
I'm
can hear
jealous.
me okay. I had to come out here. It's too beautiful.
Yes, it is amazing. It's a great day.
It is so nice. However, the wind can play havoc a little bit, so hopefully we won't get that interruption. And I have some landscapers I see floating around here, so we might have a lawnmower go on or something. Anyway.
Okay, well, if it gets noisy, it gets noisy. We'll deal with it.
Yeah, we can roll with it. So Jennifer, the reason I wanted to chat with you today is because I've had some recent conversations with people who have said to me, for example, I was chatting with a woman, a friend of mine the other day, and she said, "Oh, so you're doing that keto thing, right?" And I said, well, yeah, I drink ketones. And she said, "Oh, okay, because I ordered some, but I ordered these capsules and I'm sending them back. I don't like them." And
good luck sending them back because the company doesn't exist.
yeah, so that, I don't know, I found that a little worrisome. And, when I first started drinking ketones, I had a friend who shall remain nameless. She is now a customer. And she started drinking ketones around the same time, but didn't tell me. And she was kind of experimenting and trying different products. And when she learned about Prove It and tried our products, she came to me and said, "Oh my God, like the flavors are nothing like what you guys have. They're horrible. I'm so glad I found this company and I love them." So I've had more than one conversation with people who just wonder, like, why are Prove It known to be so much better? And I thought you might shed some light on that for people.
Sure, cool. Well, thanks for having me on, Val. It's nice to do a live with you. I don't think we've done one before.
No.
So for those of you guys that don't know me, that are watching, I have been a nutritionist for, am I coming okay, clear?
You sound great to me.
Okay, I'm just getting a bit of feedback. I don't know if it's me. Maybe if people are listening, they can give us a thumbs up that the sound is okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have been involved in sports and nutrition and health for close to 25 years. And I have always, been approached by different companies to endorse or market or sell whatever product, lotion, potion, whatever it is that they're wanting me to promote, because I have influence in my community, right? Like I know a lot of people and people trust me and listen to me. So I've always said no, no, no. I've never stood behind a brand ever before. And I'm getting a lot of wind noise in my earbuds. That's what it is.
Okay, I'm going to go inside while you chat.
Sorry. It's just because the earphones amplify everything.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No, that's not your fault, Jen.
So, it's interesting because I've never put my name behind any particular brand. There are a few brands that I've said, "Oh, hey, this one's better than that one," from my experience, but it's really hard to quantify that in any other kind of supplement, really.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I would say is, like, I've been personally drinking Prove It ketones now for just almost 2.5 years. Actually, it's exactly 2.5 years. And I discovered this product actually a year before I started drinking it, and kind of poo-pooed it because it's a network marketing company. Let's be, get rid of the elephant in the room. And a lot of people, I think the number one objection that people have to Prove It Ketones is the marketing format, and they will tend to go and look for alternatives, even though it's you, their friend, talking about ketones. They'll go and look at alternatives because they have had a negative experience with that industry in some way, shape, or form. And I totally get it, because I was the same and still, like, there's still network marketing companies that disappoint, and that keep charging your credit card. So that, I think, is like a huge thing for people when it comes to the marketing platform of Prove It Ketones, unfortunately, because I think people are missing the whole point. And that is, if, I get the question a lot, like, why can't I just go to GNC and buy this product? Or why can't I just go to whatever XYZ bricks and mortar store and buy this product? And the simple reason is that you would never get the coaching, you would never get the community, you would never ever keep going on it. As it is, even in our community, people cannot stick to this, even with all the coaching and resources, right? So imagine if you didn't have that, how likely you would be to actually stick to whatever it is. So I think that's important for people to understand, that they're not just purchasing amazing products, which I'll talk about from a differentiation point, but they're purchasing access to coaching from people like you who actually care, people like me, people like Rob DeBoer, and our entire community of Prove It that is leading with education. And literally, like, the minute that there's some new technology or something new coming out, there's education. We have our Prove It TV app. We have Keto 101. We have an amazing website with so much information that if you can't find what you're looking for, and you like ask our support team, they will put it up pretty soon. Like, it's amazing. So I just want to make sure people understand the value, not only of the product, but of what they're getting backing up the product. And that's something that people don't think about a lot. So that's the first point I want to make. And, like I said, as somebody, who's been involved in this space for a long, long time, it's something that, like, I have a very low trust level with supplement companies in general, as do most people, right? Here's the thing. From a quality perspective, I have been down to the lab where all of the Prove It Ketones are actually manufactured in Dallas, Texas. So literally, like, everything is done there. I used to work in quality control in the food industry. I have never seen a facility like this. And they go to the ends of the earth to literally make sure that your batch of ketones, what are you drinking there? Heart Tart, raspberry lemonade?
It's raspberry lemonade.
Yeah, I could tell from the color.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally go to the ends of the earth to make sure, like, if you said, okay, Prove It, here's my Maui punch, and it says the lot number stamped right on it, they could produce a certificate of authenticity and validation on every single lot number that is in your hands. So that's kind of cool to know, just in terms of like overall quality and care that goes into every single batch of ketones that people are getting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's sort of basics. Do you want me to get into like the more detailed chemistry reasons behind this? I can.
Yeah, I think it's important, Jen, because, someone might think, well, I can just order online, and yeah, it might be shipped from China, but so is everything else. So why don't I just go ahead and do that and save a few bucks? Like you said, of course, they're not going to have the community support and the coaching, but if dollar is the bottom line, and that's really, we know we have different ways that you can get your product. We have sales from time to time, and we have our free product program. So there's excellent ways that people can get their purchases subsidized, so to speak. But I think that there's something more fundamental about the quality of what you're drinking, the efficacy of it, and just protecting your body in what you're consuming, the supplements.
Exactly. And so I guess what I'll do here is I have a couple of packages. So When I started drinking Prove It ketones just over 2.5 years ago, we had one flavor, and it was called Orange Dream. And it's everything is called keto operating system. So the Prove It ketones there's more than just ketones involved here, first of all. So we're not just talking about throwing a bunch of what's called beta hydroxybutyrate. Sounds like a scary name, but our bodies produce it naturally anyway.
Right.
And we, Prove It acquired the license to be able to market this product and all the patents. And this product, when it was launched, was the first ever exogenous, meaning from the outside, ketone on the market. And they literally sold out and had, were behind, close to 15,000 orders in the first month because of the hype and the demand for such an amazing thing. What happened over the years, and this original product is what we would term the L salts. Okay, so all beta hydroxybutyrate has to be bound to different types of minerals: sodium, calcium, potassium, magnesium. There might be others. I don't know 100% all the details of the salts that they're bound to because it is proprietary. So in order for the chemical, the BHB, which our bodies naturally produce, don't get confused by the word chemical. People
Right.
get scared by that. But my phone just rang. Sorry for, so in order to get this molecule to actually be absorbed, it has to be bound to minerals. And so this original formulation is what we call a DL salt. It means that it contains, in chemistry, we have what are called isomers, and it's kind of like your left hand and your right hand, okay? So in the original product was a combination of left and right. Now, let's assume you're right-handed, okay? The left hand can do what the right hand can do, but it's probably only going to be about half as good and half as efficient at doing what your right hand can do. And that is what was in the original product, okay? It works. It's not going to work as efficacious as what I'm going to tell you about in a minute. Now what's happened is that there's, I don't even know, I think it's upwards of 40 different exogenous ketone marketers out there trying to capitalize on what Prove It, the category king, has done by creating ketones and the ketone conversation, creating the market, being the market disruptor. They're literally just kind of riding on the coattails of what Prove It has done and what our community has done in terms of educating and marketing people. And so now what happened is we have a bunch of other players that entered into the market selling the older version, which is 50% as efficacious, made by a chemical process, okay? So that's the old one. Within a couple of months of me drinking ketones, a new version came out. It was our chocolate swirl. I just happen to have all these packages here. It was called Chocolate Swirl, and this was a little bit of a one-up on this one. A lot of people struggled with the orange because it has what's called MCT, medium chain triglycerides, in it, which can upset a lot of people's stomachs if they're not used to eating healthy fat, which most people aren't, unfortunately. And so there was a lot of stomach upset issues with this. Along came our Chocolate Swirl. It was an improved version, still the same kind of ketones, a few other additives that are amino acids. So it was more for making sure that you were maintaining muscle, because it had some ketogenic amino acids, which are building blocks of protein, which help with muscle and performance. And it also had inulin powder, which is from chicory root, which really helps with the digestibility. Mm-hmm. So within a couple of months, as people started to copy this kind of ketone, as it came off of patent, the next formulation of ketones was developed. I happen to have a package of, this is the Purple Rain flavor, tastes like grape juice, Keto Max. Mm-hmm. And this is where the differentiation really took place. So Keto Max is basically my right hand and my right hand only, which means it works at 100% efficacy and it mimics exactly the ketones that my body would naturally produce if I was burning fat for energy. So not only 100% bioavailable, but also 100% bioidentical. meaning that your body cannot tell the difference. So you're looking at about a 50% jump in efficacy on the Keto Max versus our old one. And that, you know, the other products on the market like to compare, they like to market based on grams of BHB in their product. And they say, our product has 20 grams of BHB, and Prove It Keto Max or Prove It Keto Nat, which I'll talk about, they don't even tell you, or they have a very small amount or whatever. But that's kind of like comparing like, how can I explain this? Like a more potent drug to a less potent drug, like codeine to baby aspirin, basically, if that makes sense.
Yes, that
so you
absolutely.
can't you can't compare it by grams, right? The only way you can compare products, and I encourage people to do this, if you don't think that our product Keto Nat or Keto Max is worth it, go and get yourself a ketone blood meter and try one product for a week, test your blood, try Prove It Ketones for another week, test your blood, and just see how much your blood ketone level gets elevated. That's really the only way you can ever really know for yourself. But I'll tell you, like, don't save yourself the money on the blood ketone meter and save yourself all the pricking of your finger because it's a pain, and just trust and know that our Keto Max, which came out, where is it? I lost it. Keto Max, that came out after our regular ketones. This one was the gold standard for quite a long time, and you really can't compare this to anything else. The other really cool thing that Prove It did is they partnered with a company and they started adding what's called CMED 100. And CMED 100 is a DNA repair molecule that actually is basically aging in reverse. It repairs telomeres, which are the ends of our DNA strands. And literally, like we're sitting here replicating DNA. If we replicate damaged DNA, that's how we age. What we want to replicate is healthy, good DNA, so that we're not aging as quickly. Like, who doesn't want to age better, and who doesn't want to age in reverse? I don't know. I want to age in reverse, right? So I actually feel like I am. I've gotten to the point where I'm almost brave enough to post a picture of myself when I was 25 versus today. You will not even recognize me. Anyway, and I'm almost 50. So then I think it was like in the fall of 2018. If somebody knows different, correct me on this, but Prove It launched Keto Nat. And Keto Nat is the next generation of ketones now that, like, there's over, I think, 9 or 10 patents on this product alone. And this product is the same BHB that is in our Max. So it's a keep getting phone calls. I should have muted it.
You're a popular girl. That's what it is.
Well, that was my husband, so I probably shouldn't take too much longer. But anyway, so this product is the same molecule as in our Keto Max.
Yeah.
The difference with it is how it was produced. So while our Keto Max was made via a chemical process to actually, produce that BHB, Keto Nat is made via a fermentation process. So for those of you that don't know what fermentation is, just think of alcohol. Alcohol is the byproduct of fermentation. It's the desired end product that we want from, the fermentation of whatever sugar substrate that's going to give us the alcohol, right? BHB in the Keto Nat is just produced via a fermentation process, and it's a patented process to make it. I don't know. I can't tell you exactly how they do it. It's proprietary, it's patented, and protected, and that's for a reason, right? Because everybody wants to copy what we're doing because they want to be a part of this conversation. So there's also the CMED 100 in this product, and there's also 2 very important amino acids. The first one is leucine, and I lost my glasses, and I just want to make sure I say this right. Leucine, as well as taurine, and these amino acids are fermented as well, which means they're not coming from any sort of questionable sources. They're produced via a natural process. So, honestly, like, I don't want to put crap in my body ever. And I'm super careful about what I eat, super careful about how I take care of myself. Not everybody is, but you get what you pay for at the end of the day, right? And that I've seen it time and time and time again where people will try the other product because it appears cheaper, but in the long run, it's not cheaper. Most people end up with like cupboards full of crap that they wasted their money on when they realize the efficacy and the value of Pruvit ketones. So you can be that person and you can kick the tires on all the other stuff out there, or you can be the person that realizes that Pruvit really is the market leader who invented this conversation. And we're literally like 5 years ahead of what anyone else is doing. And those pills, by the way, I just posted a thing on my wall with Dr. Ryan Lowry. He posted like a 16, 18-minute video explaining that keto pill that was supposedly on Shark Tank. It never was on Shark Tank, first of all. It's an entire scam to take advantage of people who are naive, people who are desperate, people who will do anything to try to lose weight. And there's really no magic pill here for weight loss. Like, ketones are an energy source. They're not a fat loss supplement. And anybody who tells you that you're going to like burn fat the minute you start drinking this is lying. And I will be the first to tell you, this does not make you lose weight. You still have to be in a moderate caloric deficit consistently over time to do that, amongst a million other things like sleep well, don't be stressed out, exercise, right? Like, you still have to do those things. Ketones just make it easier. So how much more do you want me to go on? Because I could go on more.
You know what, Jennifer? We're going to do this again because there are a number of other products under the Pruvit umbrella. There's the new, relatively new, Mitoplex, the creams, the MCT 143. There's just so many other things that we can talk about, but you've been amazing in sharing your experience, your knowledge, talking about the evolution of the Pruvit ketones. And I just want to end by saying that for me, I'm so glad to be with a company that doesn't just stay with their status quo. They want to keep improving everything that they can and bringing the best to the market. And so far, I've been seeing them do that, and that's why I'm sticking with them, and that's why I stick with coaches like you and Rob DeBoer and John Smay. You guys are amazing leaders, and we appreciate you so much, and thank you.
You're welcome. I would just say, two things before I go. Google, if you're watching this, Google Blue Ocean Strategy. And that is what the company Pruvit is all about. They don't do things that everybody else is doing. They do things, they create markets, okay? And you will never see a knockoff or Me Too product from Pruvit ever. They are leading. And literally, like you said, all of the products that Pruvit has, from the MCT oil to the keto cream to our new Keto Up to our Keto Reboot kit, there's nothing like it. Nothing. And I believe there's nothing like our amazing community to support people wherever they are and help them on their journey to being their best selves and being better. I do what I do. I share what I share because I legitimately care about people. I want them to feel as good as I feel, as good as you feel, Val. And like, what is the point of feeling good if we cannot have a whole bunch of people around us feeling good too, to enjoy life with, right?
Yeah.
So I appreciate you. And guys, if you're watching this, please reach out to Val, reach out to whoever talked to you about Pruvit ketones. Get yourself, at the very least, get yourself a 10-day trial pack so you can feel for yourself. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain to experience this product. And I promise you, I will put my name on the line. If you don't like them, if they're not working for you, I personally will give you your money back. So, please reach out to Val, guys. And I appreciate you, Val. Thank you for having me on.
Okay. Talk to you soon, Jennifer. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you always. If you have any more questions, just shoot me a message. I'm always around. Can't wait to see you all soon. Be well.